Leadership is inspiring extraordinary people to step up and serve their country. Openness, respect, integrity. These are principles that need to underpin pretty much every other decision that you make. Respect for ourselves guides our morals. Respect for the others guides our manners. We need to make sure we're all working together to change mindsets, to change attitudes, and to fight against the bad habits that we have as a society. Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we have been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. Management is efficiency in climbing the ladder of success. Leadership determines whether the ladder is leaning against the right wall. Don't necessarily avoid sharp edges. Occasionally, they are necessary to leadership. Lead yourself whenever your boss's leadership deteriorates. When your boss doesn't praise what you do, praise yourself. When your boss doesn't make you big, make yourself big. Remember, if you've done your best, failure does not count. Never make a decision when you're upset, sad, jealous, or in love. Time is too slow for those who wait, too swift for those who fear, too long for those who grieve, too short for those who rejoice. But for those who love, time is eternity. Leadership is not about you. It's about investing in the growth of others. In the past, a leader was a boss. Today's leaders must be partners with their people. They no longer can lead solely based on positional power. Power is of two kinds. One is obtained by the fear of punishment, and the other by acts of love. Power based on love is 1,000 times more effective and permanent than the one derived from fear of punishment. Growing for leaders is like oxygen to a deep-sea diver. Without learning and growing, leaders die in terms of effectiveness. The biggest obstacle that stalls leaders' growth is the human ego. When leaders start to think they know it all, they stop growing. Great minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Small minds discuss people. Too many leaders act as if the sheep, their people, are there for the benefit of the shepherd, not that the shepherd has responsibility for the sheep. Every time you have to speak, you are auditioning for leadership. Uncertainty is not an indication of poor leadership. It underscores the need for leadership. It's very important in a leadership role not to place your ego at the foreground and not to judge everything in relationship to how your ego is fed. One of the best paradoxes of leadership is leaders need to be both stubborn and both open-minded. A leader must insist on sticking to the vision and stay on the course to a destination, but he must be open-minded during the process. There are a lot of good men out there who just need a little direction and leadership in order for them to offer what they have to young men and boys. Leadership is about making the right decision, and the best decision before sometimes it becomes even popular. Leadership cannot just go along to get along. Leadership must meet the moral challenge of the day. If you fall behind, run faster. Never give up, never surrender, and rise up against the odds. At the end of the day, we must go forward with hope and not backward with fear and division. Both tears and sweat are salty, but they render a different result. Tears will get you sympathy, sweat will get you change. Our dreams must be stronger than our memories. We must be pulled by our dreams rather than pushed by our memories. One of the tests of leadership is the ability to recognize a problem before it becomes an emergency. Success in the revolution and construction depends on how our party, the general staff of the revolution, is built and how its leadership role is enhanced. No institution can possibly survive if it needs geniuses or Superman to manage it. It must be organized in such a way to be able to get along under a leadership composed of average human beings. The temptation to take easy road is always there. It is an easy and staying in bed in the morning and sleeping in. But discipline is paramount to ultimate success and victory for any leader, for any team. Coming together is beginning. Keeping together is process. Working together is success. Don't think in the morning. That's a big mistake that people make. They wake up in the morning and they start thinking. Don't think. Just execute the plan. The plan is the alarm clock goes off, you get up, you go to work. Most of us are defeated in one decisive battle. We are defeated one tiny, seemingly insignificant surrender at a time that chips away at who we should really be. You can feel all the people some of the time and some of the people all the time, but you cannot fool all the people at all the times. All the world's stage and all the men and women merely players. They have their exists and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages. Don't worry about motivation. Motivation is fickle. It comes and goes. It's unreliable. And when you are counting on motivation to get your goals accomplished, you will likely fall short. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. There's one thing that gets you out of the bed in the morning, and that is discipline. Because your dreams and your goals are not there waking up for you in the morning. I think to be a great quarterback, you have to have a great leadership, great attention to detail, and a relentless competitive nature. And that's what I try to bring to the table, and I have a long way to go. It's not death that a man should fear, but it should never be beginning to live. Most leadership strategies are doomed to failure from the outset. Leadership is hard, it's a skill, it's a technique.